There's no end to the stuff that you can find in the Sonoran Desert.
We're here at Goldeye Mine.
Just a short Jeep ride from Quartzsite, Arizona.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Linda.
And this is Roaming with Rosie.
Quartzsite, Arizona has a history rich in mining, and that includes a massive gold rush in the 1800s. But it was quickly over. The remnants of old mines dot the landscape and show the enduring spirit of this little town. But there are still those who carry on the search. Not only is this the dry camping capital of the world, it's also a rockhound paradise. The Goldeye Mine in Arizona's Sonoran Desert has a whole history of stories that many an old-timer in Quartzsite is happy to share. We joined friends Mike and Lois, as well as Christine and Gary from Traveling Enablers, for an off-road ride to see it for ourselves. It was an experience we weren't soon to forget. Those who travel here are welcome to explore at their own risk. We first headed over to what was left of a cabin with various interesting household items and some weird stuff as well. The cabin was built in the 1940s by the Erdman family, who came here from North Dakota for Arizona's warm winter. Their son Larry, who was born in 1909, came out to join them and got hooked on mining gold on the property. He worked the claim for 63 years. There's a sign-in book and a donation box. Of course, you can donate plastic flowers for the potty garden as well. Yep, you heard that right. The cabin contains personal effects of the miner Larry Erdman, including a typewriter, miner's helmets, and even some old boots. It must have been cold at times too, because there's a collection of rusty space heaters. Some of these items may have been left by visitors though, and may not have been Larry's. It was fun to look at the collection and try to figure that out. The area is still active, and while it is accessible to the public, there are signs that identify areas not to go in. Evidently, we wandered past the point that was safe, which triggered the current owner, Steve, to come down and see what our business was here and make sure we stayed safe. He identified himself as Steve, and he lives up on the hill where he can keep an eye on things. He decided we were harmless and decided to sit a spell and tell us the story. We'll share the narrative as he told it while we show you what's here that you can still see.
In 1946, he talked Joseph to come over and build him this cabin here, that cabin. So they started it in 1946 and they finished it in 1947. And the problem was on April 24th, 1950, which was just a few years later, Larry's dad and mom that were living in the cabin, his mom was the 5th school teacher to ever teach school in Quartzsite.
Oh, wow.
And so his dad was working right here by this post down in this ravine here, and he had a massive heart attack and died. So his mother took his body back to Minot, North Dakota, and so Larry decided to make this into his mining shop.
Yeah.
So that's why the concrete's poured around.
Okay.
Now you'll notice all those pillars with the concrete.
Right.
Those pillars are nothing more than pre-shades. He had a mine over by Dome Rock Road. Anyways, it had limestone, so he hauled in the limestone, mixed it with concrete, and took a 55-gallon barrel, put limestone in concrete, and put rocks in there. I mean, they're not very strong. They stacked another barrel up and poured the concrete and made
was
those
wondering
pillars.
what-
We had to haul off 33 semi-loads of junk out of here.
Wow.
So there was 78 cars. And the reason why so many cars were here is, and the Dome Rock Road was where the main highway came into Quartzsite.
Okay.
Well, people would break down, so cars would break down, and during the Depression time, well, Larry would fix their car, and it would sit there, and people would never come back and get their cars. What he'd do is he'd wait for them for a certain amount of time, and then he'd drive them out here, and they parked them out here. So when we got here, there was 78 cars.
But what you touched on were conversations that we had amongst each other.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and so every time we were like, well, why did they do this? And why is this? Why are there tons of cans over here?
So the question is, how did these cans come to be right here? Were they from people living at the mine? Or did people just bring cans and add them to the collection up here? There's some pretty bottles up in there too. Look at the glass. There's some pretty bottles that were in here.
Or, you know, so
that
it's
was
like,
his Campbell soup and oil pans. and-
beans, whatever.
Oh, it really was.
I was like, that looks like a spam container.
If you walk around these hills, you'll find privies.
Really?
He had a privy right there. The reason for that garden area was it wasn't a garden. It was in 1972. The BLM was experimenting with cactus.
Oh,
So they hired Larry to. He crapped in the deal, but he used it for fertilizer for his.
Hey, it's for the
and-
cactus.
and
It's
so-
another type of gold.
So
Black
the
gold.
BLM hired him to grow experimental cactus, and so the birds wouldn't. They had to put the cage over it for the birds.
Gotcha.
So because certain birds will eat all this and bore holes in them and
Right.
everything else. So, but that was
Yeah,
for
some of them are
experimental
different.
cactus.
So the miner, Lair Harold, is it Erdman? Whenever he heard somebody driving up this way, he would hide in this hole with his gold so they couldn't get him or his gold. Right in the middle of his house. This is probably underneath. He probably had a carpet over this or a rug or something over this, so you didn't know this was here.
When men came to the cabin, did you guys go in and look in the floor?
Yeah.
Did you see the barrel?
Yeah.
Okay, well that was his escape hatch. When men came to the cabin, he could go down that, go behind, and then pop up.
Oh, so it didn't go. We were wondering how he got out because it seemed a little
Yeah,
deep.
he'd go down and he had a little tunnel that went back and then it popped up. So anybody standing at the back door or front door, he was able to escape the cabin.
Yes.
When women came, he would answer the door naked. Seriously.
That sounds like something you would do. Had plans.
And so, yeah.
Larry died in 1996, and there's a memorial to him here. He's not famous, but one of many Wild West characters that spent their lives looking to strike it rich on gold. It would appear that Larry wasn't interested in living an expensive lifestyle. He, like Steve, seemingly enjoyed the hunt more than the spoils of the wealth. Steve Hunt is one of many current mine owners who support research on their mining claims. In fact, gold that was found on Steve's claim and nearby have turned the geological world upside down.
See that S on that rock up there? That is the center of the caldera of a volcano.
I was wondering what the S was for.
Where's the S?
What that means is stop. And the reason why is not only it's Steve, because I'm Steve, but it's for stop because do you guys believe in gold witching? You know water
like when
witching?
you're like a dowser.
Oh yeah, my dad did that.
Do you believe,
water
do you
divine
believe
water.
in it?
Yeah.
Do you believe in
I
it?
did when I saw him do it.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I
he was
didn't.
good at it.
I didn't. So
Yeah.
when I got here, I had 3 different companies come out and they witched, because what happened is I hit this rock the 3rd day I owned the claim. We cleaned it off thinking it was bedrock. The guy next door over at the tower was teaching people how to do metal detectors. And so I went over and asked him if he'd come over and check this rock because I hit this rock, and good miners always check your cracks in the rock and what have you. So his mine lab just went crazy. So I said, well, let me go get a chisel and a hammer. So I went over and got a chisel and a hammer, and we took out 78 nuggets the very first.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Good for you. Wow.
And so, of course, that started a gold rush. So I got on the backhoe and I dug it. By God, that rock's 25 to 35 feet wide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goes up to that Ocotillo. I dug the corner. We took 130 nuggets out of that corner.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm a little over 6,000 nuggets out of this rock.
Good for you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Fantastic,
That's,
yeah.
that's awesome.
So I took it down to a seminar they were doing in Quartzsite, and he had a graduate class. He was a professor from the University of San Bernardino, California. And so he brought his graduate class out the next day, and I let them dig a jagged one and a shaped one.
A California University professor came to do some research on the property. That professor sent samples to Florida University, where they had the ability to do further inspection. According to Steve, they concluded that the jagged nuggets were 250 million years older than the shaped nuggets. Further studies resulted in a change in the thinking about how some gold is formed. The actual total production of gold since 1862 has been poorly recorded. Many foreigners came through back then in search of it. The La Cholla district, and especially the Goldeye mine within it, is noted for a localized abundance of very well crystallized gold within its deposits. Of course, like other minerals found beneath the Earth's surface, the cost of excavating can be more than the value of the find itself. We were so fortunate to have this chance encounter at the mine with Steve. He came down the hill because he thought we had wandered into unsafe areas. But he stayed and shared this fascinating history of the mine. Imagine the hardy characters who lived in Quartzsite all those years ago, looking to make their fortunes, but staying because they loved this harsh desert landscape. Thanks for watching and supporting Roaming with Rosie.
And we hope you found this video helpful, and really appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends and family on social media. And if you're not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button.
And ring that bell, that way YouTube will serve you our next video when it's uploaded.
And make sure to leave a comment, that way you could be part of the conversation.
Until next time,
We'll see ya.
That's a wrap, roamers. If these adventures and tips are keeping you inspired, subscribe and watch another one. Your next RV tip or destination is just a click away.